We begin this story at the beginning of time, before creation, before the universe existed. Only endless darkness and an absence of everything was there. Then, from this void emerged a single point of light, a tiny star born from a collapsing nebula. Its light shone bright against the darkness, a beacon amidst an infinite night. But this light was not of this world, for as it shone, tears were streaming forth, individual beams of light that fell like a meteor shower, but never touched the ground. Instead, they hung suspended in the void, crystal teardrops of a celestial being. And so the weeping star shone, giving birth to the cosmos with each tear, filling the universe with light and life. The falling tears crystallized into constellations, and from their light, life began to bloom, forming new stars and galaxies, planets and peoples, and still the star shone and wept, birthing worlds until it dimmed and faded from existence. But what did the weeping star weep for? What sorrow filled its ancient heart that even the birth of a universe could not stop? To find out, we must follow its tears, travel the paths of light it carved through the darkness, and discover the truth of what came before Eden. But first, we must go back to the beginning, for there's more to this story than meets the eye. The weeping star appeared one day in the midst of creation. Yet it had been born of the universe's first breath, its very essence carried within its light. For when the weeping star emerged from the nebula, it brought with it echoes of an ancient time, a memory of what once was, fragments of a world that existed before the universe. And as it shed its tears, these memories flooded forth, carrying with them the echoes of a forgotten song. It sang of golden cities and crystalline spires reaching for the heavens, of beings of pure light and love who dwelt within. A race of starborn, their bodies like living constellations, walked among the light and lived in harmony with the universe. Amongst them were two beings whose light shone brighter than the rest, so brilliant that they became known as the twin suns, the source of all light and warmth within the universe. And the starborn lived in peace under their radiant glow until one day, when shadows fell across the land. For the twin suns grew jealous of the adoration given to their beauty, envious of the praise they received from their kind. And in their jealousy, they unleashed a great darkness upon the starborn, trapping them in an endless night. Then, with their combined might, they reshaped the universe, tearing down the golden cities and crystalline spires, scattering their people across the cosmos. And thus the age of the starborn came to an end. Or was it? For though the twin suns succeeded in casting the starborn into darkness, they failed to extinguish their light entirely. Some survived, hiding amongst the stars and weeping for their lost brethren. The weeping star, one of these survivors, watched as the universe unfolded around her, unable to speak or intervene, burdened by the knowledge of what once was and what could be again. She saw civilizations rise and fall, knew the pain of loss and the joy of new beginnings. Yet she remained silent, hiding in the vastness of space, until one day, when the time came for her to act. In the depths of her sorrow, the weeping star gave birth to hope, a tiny ember that refused to be extinguished. With this hope, she began to weave a new song, a melody of light and life that would banish the darkness and bring the starborn home. She traveled the paths of her tears, visiting the corners of the universe and searching for any trace of her kind. Yet she found only traces of the past, whispers of the starborn scattered across the cosmos. With each passing millennium, the weeping star grew more and more desperate, her light flickering as she poured every ounce of her being into her song. But just as she was about to give up hope, she heard a sound, a faint but familiar melody echoing across the stars. It was the song of the starborn, and it led her to a small group of survivors gathered on a forgotten world. Though few in number, their light burned bright with the hope of reuniting the starborn once more. Together, the weeping star joined their chorus, pouring her sorrow and hope into the song until it resonated across the universe. And as the melody reached the twin suns, their jealousy began to fade, replaced by the warmth of their people's light. They saw the beauty of the universe they had created and realized the error of their ways. As the song grew louder, the twin suns reached out to one another, their light merging to form a single brilliant star, radiating warmth and love towards the starborn. And as the song reached its crescendo, the starborn gathered together from across the cosmos. Drawn home by the light of the reunited twin suns, they poured their love and devotion into the song, strengthening it until it blazed across the universe, banishing the darkness and revealing the truth, that even in the darkest of nights, hope can shine through. So the starborn returned to their homeworld, where they rebuilt their golden cities and crystalline spires, stronger and wiser than before. They learned from their mistakes and embraced unity and diversity, honoring the beauty of the universe and all its inhabitants. And the twin suns, humbled by their experience, became protectors of the starborn, watching over them and guiding them towards wisdom and enlightenment. And so the starborn thrived, living in harmony with the universe and each other, knowing that as long as they held true to their values, they would always have each other to support them. Thus, the weeping star's sorrow turned to joy as she watched the starborn rebuild their civilization. Knowing that she had played a part in bringing them home, her tears, once symbols of loss and longing, now represented life and rebirth. And as the universe continued to expand and evolve, the weeping star continued to watch over the starborn, her light shining brightly as a reminder of the strength and resilience of her people. She knew that the path to unity and enlightenment was not an easy one, but she also knew that the starborn were capable of great things if they held true to their values and embraced the diversity of the universe. And so the weeping star continued to shine, her light a beacon of hope and guidance for the starborn and all who dwelt in the universe, reminding them that even in the darkest of times, the light of unity and understanding can shine through. Yet the story does not end here, for the weeping star's light carried with it the echoes of an ancient time, a memory of what once was, fragments of a world that existed before the universe. And as she watched the starborn rebuild their civilization, she couldn't help but feel a sense of longing for the world that had been lost. It was a world of pure light and love, where the starborn lived in harmony with the universe. She couldn't help but wonder if it was possible to recreate that world somehow. As the millennia passed, the weeping star began to search for ways to bring back the world of the starborn, poring over ancient texts and relics to try and understand the secrets of their past. She learned of a time when the starborn were at their most powerful, when they were able to manipulate the very fabric of reality itself. They had the ability to create and destroy worlds, to shape the universe according to their will. But with great power comes great responsibility, and the starborn had ultimately failed to use their powers wisely. The twin suns' jealousy had caused them to lose sight of what was truly important, the love and harmony of their people. As the weeping star contemplated this, she realized that she didn't want to simply recreate the past. She wanted to create a future for the starborn that was better than anything that had come before. She began to reach out to other civilizations, sharing her knowledge and wisdom with them, helping them to grow and evolve in their own unique ways. She realized that the true power of the starborn lay not in their ability to control the universe, but in their ability to inspire and uplift others. And so the weeping star's legacy continued on, not as a bringer of sorrow, but as a bringer of light and hope to all who dwelt in the universe. Her story serves as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the light of unity and understanding can shine through, and that the true measure of our power lies not in our ability to control others, but in our ability to inspire and uplift them. The weeping star may have begun her journey as a symbol of loss and longing, but she ultimately evolved into something more, a beacon of hope and wisdom for all of creation. Her story is a testament to the power of love and unity, and a reminder that even in the face of great adversity, we should never give up hope. So let us remember the weeping star's light and strive to bring more light and love into the world, for that is the only way to truly honor her memory. Thank you for watching.